right now. Okay. So solving out that lower back, making sure you're feeling good. We've got a good full body workout today, and it's all on the mat, so you can convince yourself that you get to be kind of lazy because you're on a mat, right? Yeah. Then you can hug your right knee to your chest, left leg will be out straight, and we'll go side to side there. So making sure that you're bracing your core, right? You're thinking of that core. Your shoulders are staying relaxed. You're stretching out those legs. If your back was tight, you can have one foot down, right? And we're going to go about one more to each side. And then you're going to have one leg up straight, grab behind that hamstring, and we're going to alternate there. My hamstrings are kind of sore, and my quads. I don't know. I can't remember what we did on Wednesday, but whatever we did made me kind of sore. What the heck? I don't get sore. So just nice and controlled. We're going to go about one more to each side, and then we can relax our legs down. And you know it, we're going to do some bridges. So make sure those feet are at least hip width apart. You're going to press up, squeeze those glutes. Nice and easy coming right back down, right? So squeezing those glutes as tight as you can every time you're pressing up. And taking your time. You don't have to go fast today by any means, right? The slower and more controlled you go, the better the result anyway. So, right, if you can move slow and someone's like, go slow, you better do it, right? Nobody wants to go fast all the time. That's just not good for your health. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add to this. You're going to press into your bridge, go up on those tiptoes, heels come down, butt comes down. So you're up, up, down, down. So we're trying to stretch out those ankles and wake up those calves a little bit, right? Yeah, those calves come in handy. So on our next motion, we're going to stay in that bridge, and we're just going up and down on those tiptoes again. So you're staying in your bridge, stretching out those ankles, stretching out those calves, and you're thinking like, this is pretty fun. You know what else is fun? One of my friends sent me a laugh track button, so listen to this. Isn't that good? So now when I tell jokes, I can make myself, I can laugh. Isn't that cool? I know it is. I'm going to do two more. And then you're going to relax those heels and your hips down. And we're going to go into some core bracing moves. So we're not going to do a crunch to start with. We're going to be moving our leg up and down. Yeah, you know it. So keeping our lower back down, exhale, our leg is down, inhale, it's coming up. So just nice and controlled, really focus on that lower back. If you like to hold a crunch, whatever, go for it. I'm not going to, okay? Just focusing on that core. So really make sure that you are aware of tightening your core. Don't just flop your leg around, okay? We're gonna do about two more, and then we're gonna go wide, okay? So leg is up top, we're gonna come wide and back. Make sure you're watching that left knee, that left hip. Try not to let your body move too much, right? If your core is tight, guess what? It's gonna control you. Isn't that cool? It sure is. Okay, you got three more. Here's one. Here's two. Here is three. And you're gonna relax that leg down. Left leg is up, and we're going up and down here, right? So try to have your left leg as straight as you possibly can, right? You might even feel a stretch through that hamstring. I do. I don't know what I did to make my hamstring so sore today. Must just, I don't know. I can't even remember what Wednesday's workout was, to tell you the truth. I think stuff with bands. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay, we got two more here. Then we're going to keep that left leg up, and we're going to come wide. So wide and back, watching that right hip, watching that right leg, keeping our core nice and tight, of course, right? Yeah. Okay, you're doing a great job. We're going to go about four more. Here's one. Here's two. Here's three. Here's four. Okay, relaxing that leg down. We're going to go into some single leg bridges. So we're going to cross our right foot over to our left knee, and we're going to press up and down, right? So if you have both hands flat to the ground, it'll help you balance, right? And we're just pressing up and back, no big deal. If your back hurts, you could just do both legs down on the ground and do regular bridges too, right? It's not going to hurt anything. Bridges are bridges, right? These are just stepping it up a notch for your warm-up game. Okay, we got five more. Here's one, two, three, 4, and 5. And we're going to switch our legs. Right leg is down, left leg's crossed over, and we're pressing up and down into our bridge, right? So remember, if it hurts to do a single leg bridge, don't do it, right? If you're not doing it because it's hard, well, that's not allowed, okay? Nice and controlled here. We're going to go 5 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to relax. And now we're going to do some crunches, right? We're going to do some slow and controlled crunches. So hands are behind your head. Make sure you're protecting that neck. Elbows are wide. Exhale, we'll lift up. Inhale, coming back, right? So try not to pull on your neck, right? You're curling, pushing that lower back down to the ground and back, right? If your neck is really tight, you could do what I call a neck hammock. So you lace your hands together, then you'll put your hands on the base of your skull and your thumbs go under your ears, and it's like your head's on vacation. You're in a hammock. Okay, so on this next motion, we're going to hold our crunch, march our legs, right? So we're going side to side here. As you hold that crunch, it pushes that back down. Elbows are staying wide. Try not to look like this, right? So just going side to side. Okay, we're going to go about 10 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to relax. Okay, and we're going to get rolling. Rolling. So we are going to start with some leg work. Okay, and you're going to have, let's go, 1 dumbbell. Okay, so for this motion, you have the option. You can put the weight underneath your right knee and squeeze down. If that doesn't stay, that's okay. You can have the weight just kind of resting on top of your leg and your hand would hold it there, right? Or you can have it on your quad. Okay, I'm going to put the weight behind my leg. So if you have it behind your leg, you have to squeeze, act like you're going to touch your heel or your foot to your butt. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to press up, bring your leg into a tabletop, and then back down. Okay, so if you had the weight on your shin or something, that's okay too, right? Or if the weight just doesn't work for you, don't use it, right? It's still going to be hard. It's a bridge. Okay, so you're going to come up and back, squeezing that weight, right? So the weight won't stay there naturally. My pants are pretty slippery, so if my weight falls, well, I guess I wasn't squeezing enough, right? Okay, so really pulling down with that leg. Remember, if you need it on your quad or just anything, place it against that leg to add that resistance. Okay, you're doing a great job here. We've got about 10 seconds to go. Okay, so let's do 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here is 3. Okay, so already we're switching to the other side. So your left leg has that weight. We're bending down, right? Go for it, right? So we bridge, and then that tabletop leg, right? So it's not perfect tabletop, because if you did perfect tabletop, your weight would fall, right? But we are bridging up and back. Okay, and remember, if you need to hold that weight against your quad, you could. It's still gonna burn, okay? Right, I'll show you, see? Right, it's not much easier. It doesn't move, but you know. Okay, we got about 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Then we're gonna relax. And we're gonna go to our hands and our knees here, right? So what we're gonna do here next, you guessed it, we're gonna have our weight behind our leg, okay? So on this one, you wanna point your toe to the ceiling as much as you can to keep that weight underneath your knee. And we're just gonna raise up and down. Okay, so remember, slow and controlled is the name of the game. Okay, go for it. Right, if you had your Pilates ball, you could squeeze that if you wanted to too, but I think that's harder to squeeze than a weight. Okay, so if you point your toe up towards the ceiling, the more you point up, the more it helps you squeeze that weight into place. And we're only doing 30 seconds of these moves, right? It's just enough to get you rolling. Okay, nice and controlled. We're gonna go 4 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we're going to switch legs, right? So our right leg has it, or left if you didn't listen, whatever. And we're doing that same thing. Point that toe to the ceiling, raising up and down. Right, so this feels a little bit more natural to me because my right leg's my dominant leg, right? If you feel that weight is moving, You could do it without the weight, right? But try to really squeeze and point your toe to the ceiling as much as possible. Okay, you're doing a great job. Got about 10 seconds. All right, we're just doing a little leg series here, no big deal. It all adds up together. You got 3 more. There's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And then you're gonna relax. Okay, we're gonna go back to our back. And this time you have the option. You could use a Pilates ball or you can have your dumbbell between your knees. I'm gonna do dumbbells. If you had your Pilates ball, it could go between your knees and you'll squeeze. Okay, so you're squeezing that weight or ball and we're gonna press up and down, right? So you really have to squeeze with either one of those or otherwise it's gonna fall out, okay? Nice and controlled, right? We're gonna get our inner thighs here. How cool, I know, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, okay? So squeezing the ball or that weight, either one, does not matter. It's gonna burn. The weight just adds a little bit extra oomph. A little bit of oomph. Okay, we got 5 seconds, so we're gonna add a little bit to this. Nice and controlled. Okay, on this next one, stay in that bridge, squeeze, hold up and down on those tiptoes. Okay, so you're squeezing this whole time and holding as you're going up and down on your tiptoes. So it should burn pretty well, right? The squeeze isn't easy. That's the hard part. Okay, nice and controlled, right? Try not to go so crazy tiptoey that you lose your weight or ball, right? You don't want to lose that. Okay, nice and controlled. 10 seconds. Keep on squeezing, right? So now we're staying up on our tiptoes, squeezing our weight or ball, and we're going half bridges. Of course we are. Okay, so halfway down and up, half down and up. Every time you come up, squeeze, right? Down, squeeze, right? Use those glutes, use those legs. Everything is connected by squeezing that weight. How cool is that? Yeah. Okay, down, squeeze, down, squeeze, down, squeeze. Kind of sounds like we're talking about football. Down, squeeze. I don't know. I don't think they do that as a football play, but okay, we got 5 more. Here is 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you can relax. We're gonna go to our right side. So still having your weight. You're gonna take your left knee. It's gonna be bent and behind your right leg. Then you're gonna put your weight on top of your inner thigh on your right leg. Point that toe, and we are gonna raise up and down. So you obviously have to hold your weight there, right? But on this, if you have that left leg back, you can kind of roll to your glute a little bit, and we're doing an inner thigh lift here, right? Who says you need all those weights and machines, right? You're way more functional on the floor, okay? Nice and controlled, inner thigh lifts. Inner thigh lifts. And you know we're doing this for a minute, obviously. I think I said 30 seconds earlier, but looks like I lied, right? 30 more seconds, I had to adjust my watch. So pointing that toe, as you're doing this, try to make sure that you have your knee and your ankle moving together, right? If your knee's bent, it's gonna look a little bit more wacky, right? But try to keep that leg as straight as possible. And it should be burning pretty well by this point, okay? Nice and controlled. Keep on breathing. I'm breathing. Maybe you can't hear me, I don't know. 2 more. 1, 2. Go ahead and relax. We're going to our left side. Same fun thing, okay? So our right leg is bent behind. The weight's on our left inner thigh, pointing our toe, lifting up and down. Okay, nice and controlled. Remember, try to have your ankle and knee always stay connected. Obviously, your hip should be connected too, but you know, it's harder to move your hip a little bit separately. Okay, so watch your posture, right? As you start doing these moves, you're gonna tense up because these are actually weaker muscles on the body, right? People don't work their inner thighs too much because it's not easy to do, right? Unless you're working with somebody who knows how to do it. Lucky you. 30 seconds here, okay? Right, and as you do this, I mean, if you get bored this weekend, you could try this with heavier weights, see what happens. You might not be able to walk, but hey, you never know. Okay, we got 15 seconds. Right, you're doing a great job. We're just moving right along today. No breaks today. That's the rule. Okay, we got 5 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go and relax. We've got 1 more leg move, and then we're going to go onto our arms. So we're going to have that weight behind our knee again, if you can, weight or ball. Okay, if the weight doesn't feel good, remember, you don't have to use it. So we got to squeeze, point that toe, and we're going to do a fire hydrant motion. Ready? Go for it. Okay, so head's not hanging down. Hands are right below our shoulders. Right? Squeeze that weight. It's harder when that leg goes wide. Right? Lots of control. Right? Remember, you could use a Pilates ball. You could use a towel, pillow, whatever. Something you can squeeze. Okay? Nice and controlled. Keep on breathing. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna relax, and just like that, we're gonna switch our legs, right? So we got right leg. Make sure our head's not hanging down, holding a nice posture. Squeeze, widen back, right? Squeeze, widen back. Remember, and you don't even have to use anything. Even just doing a regular fire hydrant is pretty challenging, right? Hip work isn't easy. You know? Those darn hips, so important, but they're mean, you know? Okay, guys, you're doing an awesome job here. Remember, this is our last leg move, so that's probably good. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and you're gonna relax. All right, so for our arm work, we're gonna be kneeling. So for kneeling, if you wanna have your mat rolled up for your knees, you could. If kneeling just does not feel good to your knees, you would just stand, okay? So for our first one, you're gonna have both of those knees down. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of lighter weights because there's some shoulder work in here today. So we're gonna start with our elbows, even with our shoulder. You're gonna press up, and then do an Arnold press of bringing those weights together. So it's up, together, and back, right? Up, together, and back. Okay, so just do them one arm at a time, and remember to keep that 90-degree when that weight goes down. It only has to go down to about ear level. Okay, and you're squeezing and back, right? Oh yeah, and it's burning just a little bit. Nice and controlled, right? Keeping that core tight, whether you're standing or kneeling, you want that core to stay tight, so you're holding that posture. Okay, you're doing an awesome job, right? It's just now starting to burn. I could do this for like 3 minutes. I'm just kidding. My shoulders would give out. It doesn't take much for shoulder work to be heavy. Okay, you're doing a great job. We're almost there. We're gonna do 3 more sets. Okay, so here's 1, together and back. Here's 2, 2, 2. Here's 3, 3, 3, and then relax. Okay, so next one we're gonna do a front raise. You want your palms facing your thighs. So you're gonna reach up, you're gonna turn your palms so they face each other, come right back down. So palms face your quads, you'll lift up, turn your wrist, palms face each other, you come down. So you're up, turn, down. Right, so we're moving our wrist right at the top, okay? So we're kind of getting some good forearm motions here, right? Sure, because it's fun. Isn't it? Sure is. We got 5 more like this, then we're going to do the reverse of it. Okay? I think that was like 2, 3. If you work out with me, you can't judge my counting. That's the rule. Last one. Okay, so now you're going to start with your palms facing each other. You'll lift up, turn your palms down, come straight down. Okay? So palms face your legs, you're up, palms face down, arms come down. Right? So you're up, turn, down, right? Up, turn, down. Ooh, those shoulders. Up, turn, down. It burns. Up, turn, down. 5 more. Up, turn, down. There's 1. Up, turn, down. There's 2. Up, turn, down. There's 3. Up, turn, down. There's 4. Up, turn, 5. There's 5, yeah. Okay, so next one, We're gonna do a little bit of a half bicep curl with some rotator cuff. So elbows should be tucked into your side. You're gonna curl halfway up. Your arms will go wide, come back and down. So up, wide, back, down. When those arms are going wide, make sure your elbows are glued into your side. So this one, you might be able to do a little bit heavier, but just remember, like any shoulder work, it adds up quickly. Okay, so hold that posture. Keep those elbows squeezed in, right? I don't know if you can tell, but there's no space between my body and elbows, right? You don't want any windows. Heck no. Yeah. My biceps are just so big, they can't go away from my body. That's what it is. Okay, nice and controlled. Right, we're gonna go about 10 more here. I won't count all the way to 10. I don't want you guys to think I can even count to 10. I don't want to build that expectation up. Right? Exactly. Should have hit my laugh track there. Got 5 more. Here's 1. Coming down, up, wide. There's 2, up, and 3. Here's 4. Here is 5. And relax. Okay, so for this next one, you've got 1 dumbbell. So if you're kneeling, your weight is going to be in the right hand. Your left leg will be forward. If you're standing, your left leg would be forward, right leg would be back. So we're going to do a single arm tricep. Okay, so you want your opposite leg. You're going to start with your weight up. You're going to bend down, extend up. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit heavier on this one. Okay, so your opposite leg or knee is forward. You're bending down and up, right? So hold that posture. Try to keep your elbow close to your body, right? We don't want it to wing out like that. You don't want to look like a chicken wing. You want your elbow to point directly to the ceiling as you come down, right? So this is going to mess with our balance, right? So you got a split stance or you're kneeling with the opposite leg forward, right? And it's challenging, okay? We've got about 5 more to this side. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here is 5. Okay, so now we got left arm. Right leg is forward, right? Woo-wee. Okay, so we're bending and up, right? So remember, try not to let that elbow wing out, right? Chicken wings are fun to eat, but you don't want your arm to look like a chicken wing. Okay, nice and controlled, right? If you want to feel how cool this works your core, you could use your right hand to touch your left side, right? Feel that oblique working. It's firing up. How awesome is that? The human body, I tell you. Okay, we got 5 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. And relax. Okay, there's our arm series. Now we got our core series. Okay. So with your core, we're going to use our mini ball. If you don't have a mini ball, you'll just ignore it. So we're going to put the ball right underneath your shoulder blades. Okay, so you don't want it up towards your neck. If it gets really low, it's really hard. Okay, so it's just right underneath those shoulder blades. Right, ladies, that would be like right where your bra strap is. Okay, men, that's just right underneath your shoulder blades. So elbows are going to be wide. We're going to keep our knees bent. We're just going to do a slow and controlled crunch. So what this does is it's going to hold you on a crunch that whole time, right? So when you come back, you don't want to arch your back. You just want to stay right here. So the position of this ball, if it hurts your back, you want to scoot the ball up a little bit, okay? If it feels easy, scoot the ball down a little bit, right? So the lower the ball gets, the harder it gets, okay? But if you look at my motion, it's pretty small. My abs are shaking with every crunch. Okay, nice and controlled, right? We got all kinds of core to finish you out today, and it's just going to be fantastic. Okay, you're doing a great job. I even had to look at what we got going on here. Almost forgot. Okay, just getting used to this position. Right, we're going to do about 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Okay, so ball is in that same position. You're going to keep your left knee bent. Right leg is out straight. Okay, and if you want, put your right hand down on the floor. We're going to do an opposite crunch over and back, right? So if your right hand's on the floor, it just helps you balance. Okay, we're crunching over and back. So you should already feel this through your core. It should be like, holy crap, I've never done core work like this before. That's what the Pilates ball is. Okay, you're doing a great job. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can, right? You have full contact with the ball the whole time, right? So you're not lifting up off the ball, right? You're just crunching over with the ball there to support you. Okay, we got 5 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and on number 5, we're gonna keep our right leg up. We're gonna switch our hands. So right hand's behind your head with your left arm. You're doing a mini crunch and you're reaching up towards those toes, okay? So use your right hand to support your head. Left arm is reaching and it's a small crunch. It's like a lift, lift, lift. And if you're doing this right, it should be like, holy moly, my abs are toast, okay? Nice and controlled. You got 15 seconds. You're lifting, 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 right? Woo-wee. Pilates ball means business. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax that right leg down, and of course, other leg. Okay, so left leg's out, left hand is down. You're going right elbow, left leg, right? So it feels cool that we switch legs, but you don't get to switch cores. So guess what? Oh, it's gonna burn. We're gonna bring the heat on this move, okay? It's icky. I know it's icky. Okay, 15 seconds. You're doing a great job. Try to keep that left leg nice and straight, right? Remember, you can position the ball if you need to. If it's hurting your back, just scoot the ball up. If it feels easy, scoot it down, but it shouldn't feel easy. Okay, left leg stays up. You got left hand behind your head. Right arm is our reaching arm. Go for it. So we're reaching, reaching, pulsing, reaching. Woo-wee. Oh my goodness, my upper abs. I'm gonna be sore all weekend. Keep on lifting, reach for that toe. Small little lifts. It's up, 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 and up. So you're trying to reach more up than let yourself relax down, right? It's a mean, mean, mean pulse. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Here you are. Doesn't take much more core than that. That was only like 2 minutes of it, right? Think about how nasty that got.